Welcome back. Love Boat Project, episode number 68. I'm your host, Mike Taylor. Along with me, as always, my co-host, Mike Robertson. Ahoy, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Boy, what a way to send out 2025, huh?
I was thinking that too. I was like, wow, if this would have been perhaps a worse Christmas episode. I don't know. Like, the one after it.
Yeah.
I mean, in theme alone.
Well, slash, comma, maybe execution.
Right.
I do have a couple things, but I'm going to start with this. Are you starting to be concerned about the curse of the athlete? This is the third episode that I can think of off the top of my head with a
Rosie,
pretty well-known athlete in a prominent acting role. Rosie Greer, Reggie Jackson, Joe Namath.
Right.
Where the athlete themselves is actually pretty good. And
I thought he was good.
A lot of the rest of it isn't. So, yes.
Oh, I definitely thought that. I'll tell you what, Joe Namath was better than what's his face, Bill Buckner.
No, Bucky Dent.
Bucky Dent, same thing. Who's Bill Buckner? Is Bill Buckner the one that did the is he the Red Sox first baseman where the ball went through his leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be very
shame on that guy too.
Surprised if he ends up on the boat. I mean, he did play for the Dodgers.
I thought I was pleasantly surprised at Joe Namath's talent here. I thought he was great.
Yeah, I mean, and as usual, didn't give him a lot, stayed within the lines, but he really played a lot of different spots. I thought he was pretty good, whereas maybe 90% of the rest of this was not. So,
can we give the whole thing the Norman Fell Award? I don't know how to do this because it's just it was not.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We are here to talk about The Love Boat Season 3, Episode 20, Rent-A-Romeo, Matchmaker, and You Gotta Have Heart. Original air date on this low-energy masterpiece was Saturday, January 26, 1980. Mike, what else was on?
Anything
Anything
at all.
It doesn't even matter what network. Let's start with NBC. NBC 8 o'clock. Chips. Oh boy. An episode called Kidnap, Mike.
Oh no.
Well, what does this have to do with the highway? Two mischievous boys being escorted by John and Punch get more than they bargained for when the Rolls Royce in which they're hiding is stolen by two desperate fugitives.
Okay, hold on. So
it's Kidnap, 8 p.m.
So John and Punch pick up these kids.
Escorted. I don't know if he's in the car and they have like a motorcycle escort, maybe.
Or do you think it's one of those things where they're chasing these kids and they hop in the Rolls Royce to hide from Punch and John, and then the Rolls Royce gets?
I mean, they're mischievous.
It feels accidental. It feels like an accidental kidnapping. It should be called an accidental kidnapping.
Yeah, right. Through the fault of the two kids themselves, they are now the victim of a crime,
right?
Unintentionally.
Listen, but kudos to Chips. This has vehicles and sounds like roads.
Okay, fair enough. There are tires. There's asphalt. There's a mention of a car type. Let's just give it to them. This is a win for the viewer. At least we're the right topic. Okay.
Yes, exactly. When you said kidnapped, I was going to be like, they got kidnapped. they're trying to catch a kidnapper.
Well, slow down, Mike, because there's a show on at 9 o'clock right after this. Let's see if they get this one right. BJ and the Bear. An episode titled Through the Past. Darkly.
This is another clip show. I swear to God.
No. I know that's what I thought too, but no, it's far worse. A mental patient escapes from an institution and beseeches help from BJ to clear her name. Of course, it's her name in a murder investigation.
No.
Again, BJ's a trucker. He is a truck driver. Okay.
And no mention of the bear.
Again.
What would be the role of BJ in clearing their name? I can't even imagine.
Doctor thing, like somebody disguised themselves as a nurse, and then later on BJ puts an that's a stretch too. And
Sure
bra on
is.
his head. I don't know. Well, is BJ a girl or a boy? Is it a girl playing a boy role, or is it a boy playing a boy role? Do we know? Well, we
BJ,
wouldn't know because they don't talk about it.
You mean the bear?
Yeah, is BJ Barbara Jane, or is BJ like, Billy Joe?
BJ is the
Fair
guy from
enough.
My Two Dads. The bear is the monkey.
You're 1,000% correct. My frustration about them not sharing any information about the monkey has just reached a boiling point.
Let me give you some positive BJ and the bear news. This is our last episode of 2025. So I went back and saw what our first episode released of 2025 was. And do you know that was the debut episode that we talked about BJ and the bear?
Really?
So we've been doing this for 1 year. No bear mention.
No bear mention.
So, it's also another fun fact about our first episode of 2025. We'll mix that in later. So
Interesting.
it was better than this episode.
Oh, wow.
So
Let's change channels, Mike. Let's go to CBS. Come on, CBS. Help us out here. CBS 8 p.m. Oh, we have something back 2 weeks in a row. It's the Chisholms, which we know is just a Centennial ripoff.
Wyoming Centennial.
Yeah, the Centennial that's not as far west as Centennial. Grain. Oh, I'm sorry. The episode is titled Betrayal.
No.
Big deal back in frontier time, I would imagine. Grain promised to Indians, their word, not mine, is used to feed livestock after a fire destroys their grazing. Betsy O'Neill exploits Bo and Gideon's rivalry for her affections. Oh, a couple different storylines.
Wow.
Wow.
I hope Bo and Gideon work it out.
I mean, wow.
How do you destroy a grazing?
That's what I'm wondering.
Grazing
here.
was more of an action than a noun.
Right, like it's not the place. It's not a
Right,
field
the
called
grazing.
the Grazing.
Is it a club for cows? The
That's
grazing?
the new bar. We're selling that. The Grazing Cow Bar toy set on the Project God.
Yep, you can 123 Main Street, Cheyenne, Wyoming. So-
Exactly. It comes with one Indian that you can promise grain to.
Oh,
Their
so
word, not
much
mine.
Grain, so much grain.
Comes with a bag of grain you can promise to the Indian. Their word, not mine.
Oh man!
Don't put that remote down because there were no remotes because it's 9 o'clock on CBS. TV movie time, Mike. This is something. TV movie titled The $5.20 an Hour Dream.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of dashes in the title. It's really weird. Okay. A divorced working mother
Okay.
lands a job on a factory's traditionally all-male assembly line and then has to fight to keep it with Linda Lavin, Richard Jackal, Nicholas Fryer, and the multi-talented Dennis Fimple. Dennis Fimple.
So
Big night on
Linda,
CBS.
they spent all their money on Linda Lavin there, just trying
And
to
Richard
do Sally's
Pryor's
deal.
brother.
Yeah, but the Thimps.
Just
Fimple.
terrible. Wait, are you related to Joey Fimple? I am. I'm Joey Fimple's cousin, Dennis. Yeah.
So I only know this because I, as a 16-year-old, much after 1980, made minimum wage, and it was not $5.20 an hour. So I was just, at first I thought that was like some sort of fighting for. That's a terrible title for.
It's terrible.
Shouldn't it be League of Their Own, but assembly line?
I mean,
So-
and it's written like, and then $520, and then dash hour. Like it's just,
Man, you know what?
Didn't
She
even
should
try.
get get out of the factory, get yourself a waitressing job in Arizona.
Well, we got to we got to stop making these damn dashes free. You know, if they would have charged 10 cents per dash, we'd have no dashes here.
I mean, we all saw that I Love Lucy skit. She was not the trailblazer.
It's that from 9 to 11 on a Saturday night. But it's like roof trusses. Like it's just comically.
Oh, no, it's just the worst. Yeah, everything's on
terrible.
fire. Like there's fingers everywhere.
But it's 1980, Mike, and we don't touch the remote because we're on ABC for the evening. And if we were, we would have an amazing lead into this week's Love Boat.
Oh, okay.
Now, the show is not new. The show is The Ropers, which, as I've said many times during this project, it is my favorite TV theme song of all time. It's the best.
And we gotta be on the back. We got to be on the back end here for The Ropers.
Yeah, this is a season 2 episode.
We're getting
3 or
towards
4.
the end, I believe.
Yeah.
So.
Episode titled "And Who's Been Sleeping in My ... Oh boy.
Well, my guess is Norman Fell based on what we saw.
Well, and who's still sleeping?
Who's sleeping in my episode?
He's using the Norman Fell Award as a pillow. No, we wouldn't even give it to him.
He
That's
doesn't
right.
even get it.
He didn't deserve it.
He stole Bob Denver's Norman Fell Award.
That's right. The Ropers find out that an 18-year-old girl has been living in their storeroom for weeks.
Weeks?
Comedy ensues.
Why do they have a storeroom?
I have no idea. Are they not
Ropers
landlords
didn't work,
anymore?
right? Well, they got rid of the place, but I actually don't know what the Ropers were doing for money at that point.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, him with his giant leering eyes. He's not doing much. I don't know what he's doing. I'm sure he's got to be on some sort of Social Security at this point. I don't know.
Because they didn't own the Three's Company place, right? They just worked there. I actually don't know what the ending was for all that.
I just assumed that they were they seem more like the landlord than Don Knotts seemed like the landlord to me. I don't know why.
I agree. Because I feel like Norman Fell, in my head, I saw him with like a plunger or something more than I remember Don Knotts like doing something, right? So Don Knotts was hiring out because he was too busy with the ladies.
Well, he's too busy to do that sniff. You know? Patented Don Knotts. Love it. It's punctuation. It's art. It's great.
Actually, you know what's funny? They probably survived on all Lauren Green's Alaskan oil money.
Or his spoken word country album.
Can you believe that's the same season? It feels like we did that episode 6 years ago.
Well, and I've joked that Mark Harmon's still running. It's not possible for him to still be running. We've been doing this season for a long time.
Right. It's the same cadence that it's always been, but it just feels like we've been in season 3 much longer than the other seasons. I don't know why.
Well, we didn't go to Alaska last season. You know, we might have been on a stuck on an island with a shotgun full of sand, but we were not in international waters. We didn't know where the totem pole was. We've been everywhere.
That's true. We also, in the bonus episodes, we went to the
Caribbean
too.
somehow. True. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, the Alaska episode maybe sticks its head into this episode tonight, but we'll discuss that.
Well,
we'll discuss it.
It's not very well. We'll go. I'm glad you said that because I
pumped on it immediately. Looked things up.
Yeah, same. It was like, you can't throw that out there. They had no idea that a couple of smartasses with time on their hands was going to research everything that comes out of their mouth. Careful. Episode synopsis: Doc matches Playboy Rod Baylor with Carol Holtham so he can be with her sister Sherry. Jim Hopkins. First of all, I have a real problem that they call him Jim Hopkins. The entirety of this episode, I refer to him as Little Jimmy. Little Jimmy.
Huh? That's funny because I was like, wait a minute, his name's Andy. I was thinking of the dad.
Right. How are you going to call a 9-year-old Jim?
Jim.
Like, what? Hal. This is my 5-year-old Hal.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy tries to reunite his divorced parents, Andy and Evelyn. And heart surgery patient Harvey Crunkle's pushy wife, Sarah, won't let him have fun.
Oh, my God. Well, him won't let him have fun. Won't let us have fun.
Anybody won't let anybody have fun.
Oh my God.
Guest stars this week. First one is Jeanette, spelled J-A-apostrophe-N-E-T Dubois, as Evelyn Hopkins. Her only appearance on the boat, Mike.
Oh.
I'm sure you remember her.
Yep.
Willona Woods, Good Times, 121 episodes. She played the foster mother to Janet Jackson's character on Good Times. The lovely neighbor.
Was funny when I saw her name in the portal.
Yeah.
I almost recognized her name.
Mm-hmm.
Not even hearing the name, but like that is such a distinctive, like looking spelling and the apostrophe and everything.
Yeah.
It was just like, yep, I can see that in every Norman Lear credit, ever. So I was. But
100%.
Did you know the second thing about her? Because I did not.
What's up?
She sang the Jeffersons theme.
Really?
Which is wild.
That just kind of blew my mind because now I'm listening like...
It's a goddamn banger, first of all, as far as theme songs go.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, apparently she was a bit of a songstress, and she sang.
That's a hell of a song to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't mess around and sing that song.
No, it is a great song, and I was like, wow. So now I'm like, do I also know her? Did they put that? Did they credit her in the credits or something like that? That I also knew the name from there, right?
Because it was performed by,
that is.
I would love to get a clip of her singing that song. You know what I mean? Just to see that.
Yeah. She and her husband, actually, once again, I think this is a few weeks in a row now where the strength of one couple in a show is really doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
100%. 100%.
So.
And easily, when you say doing the lifting, making it look easy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It was amazing.
When we get done, I'm like, okay, I could have used 20 more minutes of them.
100%.
And 20 less minutes of everything else. So
Phil Harris as Harvey Kronkle, his only appearance. Pioneer in radio situation comedy, Mike.
Yep.
Tons of movie and TV appearances, known for his voice acting. Several Disney films, played Little John in the Disney version of Robin Hood, and Baloo in the Disney version of the Jungle Book. I was a big fan of the Robin Hood, so that was kind of cool. And then I couldn't unhear it.
I pegged the Baloo first, only because I think that had randomly come up in, when the algorithm kind of rolls when you're listening to kids' songs. It was that had come up a few months ago or something like that. And I was like, who sings that? But yeah, the Little John I did not remember, but it's funny because he almost looks like Little John.
He does.
He looks like the cartoon. So
he sings a hootalale, golly, what a day. I used to do a great impression. I'll spare you guys, but maybe one day. Maybe that'll be on the Patreon.
Maybe it'll slip in. It'll slip its way in. You never know when the impressions come flying out.
Little John, yeah. Anyway, Vicki Lawrence as Carol Holtham. She's back. Come on, second appearance on the Love Boat. First appearance as Miss Robin Brandt. The congressman was indiscreet, and the name of was it Scuttlebutt?
Scuttlebutt.
What was Scuttlebutt? Season 1, episode 17. You can find that in our archive. Love Boat Project number 16. Time to Lean, Time to Clean. With Amin Brewster. We'll see her 3 more times on the Love Boat, so that's exciting.
I hope they give her a little more to do.
So do I. I was not.
There are pieces in her performance that are really good, but it's buried under all that crying nonsense.
It's too much. Yeah. Clavon Little, who I thought was great in this episode as Andrew Hopkins, the other half of a fantastic couple, his only appearance. He is the brother, interesting, of singer Detta Little West, known for her vocal performance on the song Gonna Fly Now from the Rocky movie.
Wow.
That is his sister singing that song. Speaking of singing songs, Sheriff Bart in Blazing Saddles, of course.
Back-to-back Blazing Saddles for us.
And appeared in a Christmas episode of Alf. Ha!
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. That was for you. That was for you.
Hey, Willie.
Ha! Ha! I love Alf.
Oh
I wish
man,
Alf was going to be on the boat.
I was gonna say we were like 1 year away from Alf getting on the damn boat. Like it
Oh,
was
it'd
like
been
we were
great.
so close.
I have goosebumps thinking about somebody from Melmac taking a cruise. Come on. Whoa. Mr. Joe Namath is Rod Baylor. This is the first of 2 appearances in the Love Boat. I don't know a lot about him. I know he won a national championship playing in Alabama. Number 1 overall pick, 1965 AFL draft, a legend. He didn't play for my favorite team, so I really have nothing for Joe Namath. I know he won some Super Bowls with the Jets. Legendary quarterback.
This might be the last. This might be the last great performance by a Jets quarterback.
Oh. Oh, wait, was he Rams at this point, though?
He's done at this point.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah, because remember the Rams went to the Super Bowl with
and he was the bench.
Yeah, he's done. So he's coming up. He'll be on Monday Night Football in a few years, but we're still a little bit away from that. So
he's so good on camera.
I think he's just being Joe Namath right now. So he was better in this than he is on the reverse home mortgage commercials.
Or he's better on that sideline. Remember that infamous sideline reporting thing?
I don't want to talk about that. Poor Joe. I don't want to talk
come
about
give Joe a kiss. He was better
I don't care if the Jets are struggling.
Come here. Give Joe a kiss on his lips.
Doesn't build well for that psychologist that he saw.
Oh, God. Don't catch him during a football game on the sidelines. Jeez. Misty Rowe is Sherry Holtham. First appearance. I think we'll talk. First appearance. She was not on the Alaska cruise. This is her first appearance on the ship. We'll see her again season 4, and then again in a season 2 6-parter. Whoa, season 6 2-parter.
Oh my God.
That would be the worst. We're on hour 10 of episode 75. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
What else was on for 72 hours? Best known for being on Hee Haw. Fun fact, she and Kathy Lee Gifford starred as formerly known as Kathy Lee Crosby starred as singing daughters of a truck stop owner in a Hee Haw spinoff called Hee Haw Honeys. That's real.
What?
It's real. Yeah.
Wow. Never thought about Kathy Lee, but she'll probably be on the boat at some point.
I would definitely think so.
She's got the chops, and I bet you she'll be good too.
Well, she sings. She's a
triple threat.
Brett Summers as Sarah Kronkle, Canadian Mike, second Love Boat appearance. First appearance, season 2, episode 4, The Man Who Loved Women. He was one of David Doyle's ladies.
Oh, McNair.
You can find that episode in our archive, Love Boat Project, number 28, Oyster Pez Dispenser with Jamie Callahan.
A very un-Brett Summers-like appearance. You know, it felt like she was playing Ann Mira, Jerry Stiller's wife. That's what it really felt like. It was like she never sounded like Brett Summers. It was
Mira would have nailed this. She would have made this so much better. Yeah.
It just felt like she was doing Ann Mira. Like if you had told me that was Ann Mira, I would have been like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Totally makes sense.
That's not the biggest problem with that storyline.
No,
I have thoughts when we get into it, but yeah.
No, they're weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have for guest stars. Anything else to talk about before we hop on the boat?
So I apologize because I did not write the names down, but this was definitely that kind of episode where I was like, let me look at these writers. So we had one writer wrote 2 of the episodes or 2 of the storylines, and this was their first swings. And they are writing a lot here in the next few seasons. And then they actually pass away late 81. So, but this was the first Love Boat, and they wrote the Matchmaker one and the Heart Attack one, basically, I think. And then the third one is written by somebody who not only was it their only Love Boat writing credit, it's their only credit.
Wow. So it was received that badly, huh?
Well, it almost feels like, because it's an odd name too, I almost feel like it's a pseudonym, like somebody wrote it like under the, it was just like the name. It wasn't like John Smith wrote it, right? It was like
Franklin Dixon.
And they wrote the doc nonsense, but it was maybe Namath wrote it, who knows, but it was no bueno for sure.
Say not. not to break it down now, but not a great Doc episode.
That's funny you
Like
say that, because I was one of my many takeaways from this episode was the best crew member award race is now wide open, because this is back to back meh
It
Doc
was
storylines, and that just doesn't happen.
no,
And
no.
because remember,
it
we were
was-
like, oh, Bernie Capel chemistry with everybody.
yes, it's
Didn't
not
do
hard.
anything.
It's a simple formula. It really
Like
is.
the one with the wife that he wasn't divorced with.
Right, right.
And this was worse. And yeah, I did not like it. I didn't like the way it started. I will posit that the opening act is one of the worst opening acts we've ever seen on this boat.
It's quick too. A quick
quick and it
13-minute.
sucks.
It was
And
dog
it's-
shit. It was horrible.
Yeah, and it's just like that really put me on my back foot for the whole episode. And again,
I agree.
the Hopkins save whatever is made of this episode. So.
Well, it's almost like the episode never had a chance to build new momentum. Going to that early
No.
break with such a weak first act, you're just
Yeah.
all you have to do is set the table. Like you don't have to do a lot in that first act, but you have to have something to build. Like I didn't need to come back from commercial break.
No,
There was nothing compelling happening.
No, and it was also that thing where it was like we've made these comments before, but it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, so I could have just jumped to Act 5, figured out where we were.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, there's no
only
mystery here.
surprising thing comes in the Hopkins storyline, which again is the good storyline, So
And it's good because it was on it. It was by far, it was by far the best storyline.
It was the
because
best
it was somewhat
storyline.
realistic, and it was just
realistic,
like,
and it was, you kind of said this too, with like low effort, but it was quiet.
yes,
It was like a quiet one. It was just
you didn't
nice.
need all that nonsense.
In all the other hectic jargon BS with the other two.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well, because even little Jimmy was just a conduit to advance the storyline to those. You know what I mean? I don't even know. I think you didn't even need little Jimmy's involvement for those two to shine. Is what I'm saying. Like,
I agree, but also like he did a good job, and they never got over the line of, okay, that's enough. That's enough with the kid, right? Like
That's true.
It was good, and that's where the Vicky. I know you weren't always thrilled with the Vicky stuff, and it is a little aggressive. Like, okay, Vicky only gets kids storylines, but it's like she cut it enough where it was just like, okay, precocious kid, didn't go overboard, didn't get too schmaltzy. Like they landed the
100%.
plane on that one.
Yeah, I have no.
Even Steubing was relatively good in there. So relatively.
Let's hold up. Let's not get crazy. Because there were things. Because I was going to say I really didn't have a problem with Vicky, but I did have a problem with some of the nonsense that Steubing did.
He does one thing
around Vicky.
He does one thing that's absolutely egregious.
Oh,
but,
yeah, you get killed for that in jail. What are you talking about? Hope we're talking about the same thing. Well, we'll find out. All right, let's get on the boats. We begin with a new camera shot. What is this, a sunset cruise? What's going on here?
And kind of like sunset music.
Yeah, it was a different vibe.
They swell to the normal music, but yeah.
It was a nice, I was like, fancy. Oh, maybe it's something special. Maybe Greek cruises only leave after dark. I don't know. Maybe that's a men with swords type of thing. Enter the Kronkles. That's right, the Kronkles. And Mrs. Kronkle's carrying all the bags. She asks Steubing to tell her husband that he'll drop dead. And Steubing has no follow-up questions for that. We just move on.
Yep, that's it. It was just like bing bang.
What the okay. I'm not surprised. Doc, Isaac, and Gopher. Doc tells him that he's nervous because he's expecting someone. All right, let's get into this.
Yep.
He's expecting Sherry Holtham from the Alaska cruise. And this is my theory here. There is no mention of her in that episode. I unless I miss something. So I wonder if I worked at a bar and a guy would come in and he worked at Godiva Chocolates in the mall and he was Godiva Dave. Is this like Alaska Sherry? Is this how they, or am I missing something?
Let me correct you. Sherry is one of the two bridesmaid names from the wedding.
The two from the beginning, her friends?
Yes. And she was the one played by Julia Duffy. They do not list a last name for the bridesmaid, but it is Sherry. That just feels like we've only seen one Alaska cruise. Doc said we've been corresponding for 6 months. That's about what the math is. Like, I think she had a air of Julia Duffy. You know, she's blonde. She's got kind of the
sure. They're not doing. It's not a departure,
right?
Yeah.
So I think they think this is the same character. Now they, you know, did they have to do this? It would be weird to point out the Alaska cruise and it not be the Alaska cruise. You know, it's not like we've done. I mean, Julie said they do multiple Alaska cruises, but it's like
we've only seen one. Yeah.
And
why would you?
And
reference
especially
it?
Because like they've referenced that particular episode so many times. I guess it's only funny that maybe that's why Julie wasn't on this much, because they had to lock her away.
They didn't have anything for her to do.
No,
anything. That was really wild.
I mean, that was it was weird because it was like, oh, Julie had such a good episode last week. She comes on right at the very beginning, and then she gets like one throwaway scene at the end.
She gets to she has 2 sips of a soda with Mrs. Kronkle, and that's about it.
That's it.
Doc says he's nervous. He's expecting someone. Isaac and Gopher remember exactly who Alaska Sherry was, so we can ask them.
Well, but it's also funny, wasn't... All right, now I'm really going back. The one Gopher ended up picking was married, but I thought that was Julia Duffy. So maybe it is a different Sherry. Like, I specifically looked it up. There was a Sherry. It was Julia Duffy. So now I'm confused. Maybe there was a second Alaska cruise, or maybe they didn't think this far.
They didn't think this far. I can guarantee you that how many years later, in 2025, they never thought a couple of dummies would be like, not this time, Love Boat. Is it Julia Duffy or is it not? Who do we email? Who do we snail mail to get an answer to this?
I mean, I think this is where we approach our friends at the Love Boat podcast. We start nailing with really specific
we just hit them with extremely detailed questions about Captain Anderson.
Exactly.
A lot of
we're gonna really Star Trek nerd these questions up. So
they're gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us. Careful what you ask for. Enter Joe Namath. It's Rod, and it's his 4th cruise this year.
Which, come on, dude.
Yeah. What are you doing?
So this fish? This is a lot of references to the Love Boat this week. So this is a fish in a barrel thing. This is like Rod can dominate this cruise. It is worth his time and effort, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too. I mean, his shirt, and I'm not counting a top right, like not counting the top button. Let's just take the top button out of play. What's the maximum buttons you would go unbuttoned on a shirt? 1?
I mean, if I'm not wearing a shirt under a shirt, like for me personally, that's like I'm going 3 at the absolute most, probably 2.
If you're not wearing a shirt or you're wearing a shirt.
I mean, if I'm wearing a shirt, it's probably 2. That's but he's got like 6. Like, so.
He had like he had. That's something. Doc offers to have him cloned. Rod says that he could start a franchise. I got to tell you, Rod's hard to hate. He's hard to hate. He's just
absolutely.
Rod's not that bright, but Rod is just nice. He's just unless you're a lady.
Rod is doing a service on this boat for many folks, it sounds like. So.
Except for him. He's serving everyone except himself on this cruise.
He's selfless. Rod.
Blonde woman walks by. Rod immediately follows her and puts his hand on her back. I'm like, wow.
Yep.
It's just... Doc says he's nervous, but once Sherry arrives, he'll play it cool like he always does. Except Sherry arrives and Doc's like... His voice went up several octaves.
We are 68 episodes into this thing. Doc has never been nervous about anything.
There's no reason to be nervous.
I don't like nervous Doc. And also, we have seen Doc knee deep in the last 5 episodes.
And
No, I mean recently he slept with Julie Lander or what's her name?
Because they had the PJ thing. Yeah.
Right. And then the scientists. Well, that was that one, and then there was another one, his ex-wife,
Right.
and then who was he trying to squire in a different? Like he's been around a few times here. So come on now.
Like, I just don't think he's for not sweating Alaska Sherry.
And
come
as
on
we
the cruise,
find out
great.
later, she lives in Fresno. Come on, man.
So stupid. It's just,
Not that far.
and it's funny. It has to be like a landlocked city too. It's just funny to me that like,
Well,
a
and
really
this is a
long
Mike.
trip.
This is a Mike Taylor bit, but it's like the only time you can see this person is at work.
Right?
Like, come on now. Like you both live in California. Doc gets vacation days.
He's a doctor. He makes money. Like, go fly there. What are you doing?
Right. Like just meet him after the cruise, you know.
Meet her in Vegas. Fly her to Vegas. Like, you love Vegas. Like, who? It's just, they put holes in Doc's game that I don't think he has holes in his game. I just don't think it was an accurate portrayal of the character.
So he's on the side. I think we're going to need an episode of Bricker here pretty soon to get him out of the doldrums.
Please. Although, God forbid that this turned into an episode of Bricker, or this version of Bricker it might have killed the Bricker franchise. So you might have dodged a bullet here. Sherry arrives and Doc is not cool at all. They hug and smooch. Gopher says, in some primitive tribes, half a squeeze like that and you're engaged. And Isaac says, I'd say he already owes her father 2 goats and a camel. And that's about it for both. Well, that's about it for Isaac this episode, really.
Well, no, we get plunging neckline Isaac later.
Oh, the disco owl. Poor guy. Doc's ready to get back to the cabin immediately. Enter Sherry's sister Carol. And she can't stop crying. And she's staying with Sherry in her cabin.
Yep. Which we've kind of seen this episode a little bit. Isn't this kind of a version of the 2 sisters who brought
it's not that. It's not
schmuck
different.
husband? You know, it's like...
It's just... Stubing's going on about somehow he loves to see new faces on the cruise, and even Vicky has no time for this nonsense.
Vicky's just like, I'm out. This is
goodbye.
First of all, last week you put me in the engine room. You couldn't even do that. This week I'm out of here. So.
Come on, Captain Merrill. We meet Evelyn Hopkins. She's getting her cabin number from Julie. A young nameless boy at this time, I don't know who he is, asks if Andrew Hopkins has arrived. That's my dad. Julie says, no, not yet. He's going to wait with Vicky in the lobby for his dad to arrive. All right. Vicky says, what's it like? Or he asks Vicky, what's it like to work on this boat? And Vicky says, first of all, it's a ship. I'm like, oh, you're an asshole. Oh, okay. I see how this goes. And then Vicky follows it up. Hey, are you rich? Because you have 2 cabins. Number 1, stop being mean and don't worry about what's in my wallet, girl. Like, what? Well, get out of here.
Vicky, pay attention, man. Those rooms weren't even on the same floor. Come on, man.
Didn't even read. We get the ticker tape shot, Mike. It's season 3, episode 20. When was Jerry Stiller on the show? They're still using it. They're still using it.
You know, it's funny. I looked up and had the thought, but I think I missed it because they were already on the like fake one where there's people with the backs to it. But I was like, I had a sense of Stiller because it was not long enough for me to time, but it was definitely long enough for me to notice that those wave shots were going a little long this week, which is always a bad sign. That's always a bad sign.
Bad sign. Doc's at Sherry's cabin door, ready for dinner for 2. Except Carol's joining them. Carol's fiance ran off with another lady. She shouldn't be left alone. Doc says, neither should I. Carol interrupts them with more tears. She and Sherry go back into the cabin.
Did you hear what the profession was for the fiance that left?
I did, but I don't remember. I didn't. He
was a dentist. So my hope was that it was Roy Harwell, Isaac's mom's boyfriend. So.
Back. And I'm back just like those cavities are if you don't brush at night.
I'm back like your molars. I'm back.
I'm here to watch your mother smack you in the face again, Isaac. Brush your teeth. God, that was a great episode going back. That really was.
Yeah.
I have fond memories of that
I feel
one.
like we will never do this, but I feel like season 1 with our eyes now was way better.
Oh,
like I feel like
I would agree.
Season 1, there are not a lot of clunkers as versus, what we've seen since.
No, we've seen some things. Yeah. We're hardened veterans at this point. Just like, why are you staring off in the distance? Season 3, episode 20, we've seen some things. Harvey Kronkle, he's telling his wife he's going to order a 10-pound lobster. I'm like, swimming in butter.
20 pounds of butter.
10 pounds of butter. Interestingly enough, more of a crab fan than lobster. And when they say put it in butter, I prefer lemon. Squeeze a little lemon on there. It really brings out the nice flavor. Instead of adding have fat to it,
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have lobster out like at a restaurant or something like that, because that's a whole thing, right? Like
I don't want to deal with that.
It's like that's more of a you get that and you really make a mess over some newspaper
shells
or something like that.
You can cut your cuticle. I don't need that. I just want to eat. I don't want to do work.
Back in my broke Northeast Philly days, when we would go to the buffet up by the mall, and they had
the good
crab wrapped in bacon. And that, my friend, was like, you're eating like a king.
I'm the king of the sea and the land. This is amazing. Pigs and crustaceans. Here we go.
Exactly. It's the worst Little Mermaid song out there.
That's terrible. Oh, I want to dress up as that guy. Just soggy bacon floating in the water. I can smell me from miles away. His wife tells him, hey, you just had triple bypass heart surgery. And I looked, that's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, you looked that up?
I looked it up. I was like, how bad is that? And then I was like, okay, I'm done.
You had to check the book.
Yeah, I had to go back and check the old. I mean, Stubing's got the book of shipwrecks. I've got the book of medical ailments. Yeah. Oh, triple bypass is no joke. She says, have a large salad because a lobster will kill you. It's probably the butter, I would think, more than the lobster, right?
I mean, we immediately have established that. Well, here's the thing. We don't know yet, right? Like, at this point, we don't know that the wife is being insane about this.
No, we don't know. We don't know.
Triple bypass, as you just learned.
It's awful.
Today, it's terrible.
Right. I just found this out. Yeah. But I bet you back then it was probably even worse.
I mean,
I'm just saying, you go back 50 years.
The fact that they caught it in 1980 means it's way worse. Yeah,
well, they had to use like wooden scalpels in the 80s. They just weren't that advanced. It was like Civil War medicine back then. Julian Gopher walked by and hear Harvey Kronkle say, if that lobster kills me, have him arrested.
Yep.
I will say he had some decent lines in it. It's just
Phil Harris
fell flat.
Phil Harris was like, I am gonna take 3-pointers from the half court line all night, and I'm not gonna make many of them, but I am.
No.
He was swinging. He did not get cheated in this episode.
He's that guy. Like you don't score goals if you don't take shots. Right. You know what I mean?
The problems of this episode are not Phil Harris's fault.
Completely agree. Right. They're much bigger than that.
Should he have been in this episode?
No. He had no business in this episode. So. Everyone else kind of did, but he.
Right. Well, do you want to do it now, or do you want? We'll do it in the next segment. We'll do it in the next. All right. I have thoughts. Yeah.
But either this episode is sponsored by the Greek tourist industry, or it's Greek night in the Coral Dining Room. Well, how do we know that? Well, there's Greek and American flags on each table. But then why is there an American flag? If it's Greek night, why is Old Glory? What's Old Glory got to do with Greek night? I don't understand.
Well, we're meeting.
American forks?
Maybe it's a Jackie Onassis kind of night. So.
They're just trying to be cool about it. Enter men with flaming sorts of meat. as they parade through the dining room.
Yeah, this makes the Baked Alaska parade look like a bitch. Like,
This is a big deal. Like, it's funny though. Like, it may be Greek night in the Coral dining room. I don't see any Greek food.
That's it.
You don't see anything
that's
Greek
the
other
end.
than the meat sword.
Did we even get the easel? I don't think we even got the easel for Greek
No,
night. We
no,
just
no,
got
no.
the flags.
All you got were like cheap, 3x5 posters that say Greece. That's all we got, and men in swords and little flags.
Yeah, and that's it.
I didn't see any food. I didn't hear the word opa.
We didn't get any spanakopia. Like, come on. It's like,
we got nothing. Flaming cheeses. We got nothing.
Nothing. We got 8 seconds of Greek. So.
I think more ouzo was consumed at your house over that weekend than this entire episode.
100%. You think Isaac can have a bottle of ouzo back there? No shot.
Nothing. Best I can do is a Mai Tai. What? It's Greek night. What? Oh, boy. Evelyn and little Jimmy arrive at dinner and join Andrew Hopkins. Jimmy tells Andrew she's lost 7 pounds. Andrew asks if he can visit for Christmas. Evelyn's not having this discussion right now.
So Andrew's in Chicago.
Right.
They don't ever say where Evelyn posted up.
Mm-mm.
I would assume near Los Angeles, because how would Jimmy have thought to do this cruise?
Yeah, I agree.
But so, I mean, that divorce was no joke if they moved a couple time zones away.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy and Vicky start doing hand signals, and Vicky's trying to hide this from Steubing. We'll get back to that in a few. Meanwhile, Doc, Sherry, Carol having dinner together. Long story short, Carol's still crying. Sherry tells her that she'll find another man, and now she's really crying.
Yeah.
Doc excuses himself. He goes to Gopher. I need a guy to take her mind off her fiance. Gopher says, no way. More crying from Carol. As Carol and Sherry go get some air on the deck. Boy, this Carol's just a real...
She's a handful.
Why come on the cruise? What's the point? Like, what?
I guess you got no friends that you couldn't have stayed home and cried?
Right? Or maybe she just likes to cry over Greek food. Maybe that's what it is. It's that unique combo.
That's fair. She's allergic.
Could be.
There is a lot of onions in Greek food.
There is a lot of onions in Greek. Doc sees good old Rod. He says Rod may have bought a ticket to Mexico, but he's going to Fantasy Island in his best or worst Ricardo Montalban voice. I wish they would have let him do like how Gopher did Steubing's voice in
Just
season
have
1.
Montalban on there.
And then Gopher does his best Hervey Villachez impression. Yes, sir.
So Fantasy Island exists in the Lobo universe, which is interesting.
Interesting.
Because what is on TV before Fantasy Island in this universe?
Yeah.
I was trying to think. We've gotten a lot of celebrity name drops, but we have not gotten many, if any, TV show references. Certainly not modern day. Now, obviously,
no.
This is as in bed with a show as you can be.
Oh, 100%.
But it was interesting. And also it felt like, it's one of those episodes. Like nothing except for Cleavon Little and Janae Dubois made me feel good after this first act. Seriously. Even as fine as Namath was, it was just like everything else was already bad. It was just not a great
You knew it was going to, and again, and we go to our first commercial break.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
No, it was fast.
And it's funny, they whisk these passengers from getting on the boat and they're right to dinner. There's no in-between action, anything. It goes
Mike,
right
the sun was coming down.
Oh,
this is a sunset cruise, man.
I forgot it was a sunset cruise.
Yeah.
What am I
doing? And a two-nighter? Two-nighter sunset cruise. This is like a $20 cruise.
And the first night's Greek night? Like,
poor Cleavon Little paid more for his airfare than he did.
No kidding. Oh. Back from break, and the Kronkles have arrived in the Pirates Cove.
Arr.
And you can tell because we're in the Pirates Cove. Harvey orders a double bourbon. His wife puts her hand over the drink and says, Isaac, he can't have that. So Harvey orders 2 singles instead. I'm kind of over Phil Harris at this point because at this store, we know, Oh, could I have mayo? No. Can I have, it's just that over and over and over again.
But have we established, I think, did we establish it at dinner? There's a point where we find out that the surgery was more preventative than he didn't have a heart attack. So that does change the framing a little bit.
Yeah, but I felt like he was saying that.
I couldn't tell.
But right, like
I mean, we did get the great line delivery of "I didn't have a heart attack." So, but
well, if you love Harvey Kronkle lines, let me give you this one. His wife tells Harvey that bourbon is absolute poison. I completely agree. And Harvey says, "If it's poison, then you drink it." Oh,
ew, I'm having bourbon right now.
Oh,
not
see?
Poison. Delicious.
Not poison. He says he used to have a drink before dinner. She tells him to drink it and put a lump of butter in it. But when you drop dead, don't complain to me. So Harvey asks Isaac to put a lump of butter in his drink.
Wah, wah. Isaac has a plunging V.
No kidding. I can see like his whole solar plexus is exposed. It's wild. You can do a CPR class with him just standing as is. You just put your two fingers here and you press. That's wild, man. They just would love to show off some chest back in the 70s, 80s.
Well, it's not just that, but I mean, he gets changed in about 2 seconds here for the next scene. So
he spins in circles. He's on the dance floor. He's here. Who's really got a twin brother? That's what I want to know. Maybe we'll find out soon. I don't know. Oof, boo. We go to a close-up of the Greek flag in Old Glory, part of the table centerpieces. Little Jimmy urges his parents to dance together. Evelyn says she's tired and declines. Enter Steubing and Vicky. Mike. Steubing snitches to Andrew about the signals between Little Jimmy and Vicky. My note? That's a real bitch move, Meryl. Like, come on, man. What's wrong with him? Is he just trying to look cool?
There were so many points in this episode where I wasn't sure if Steubing was standing in front of Vicky dating little Jimmy or not. I couldn't tell.
I don't know what. Little Jimmy asked his dad if he's seeing anyone special. He says, not me, not anyone special. And I wrote, what kind of answer is or isn't that? I don't even know. Are you seeing anyone special? I am me. And special is things that he talked in a tight little circle here.
I don't think he wanted to, disappoint. I think Cleavon Little knew pretty quickly what his son was up to.
You got to get up pretty early in the morning to get one past Cleavon Little.
Exactly. And I also think it's that thing where they respected the storyline enough that it didn't even really have to be like so ham-fisted.
Yeah.
As opposed to most things, especially on this episode.
Right. Evelyn's now dancing with Isaac, to your point. I don't know how he changed that quick. It's just he just ripped it off.
Yeah.
He says like layers of suits.
No, he
underneath.
ripped it on.
He ripped it on. He put it on top of his owl costume. He did an opposite of what Superman has to do in a phone booth. Unbelievable. Doc is with old Rod at the poolside bar. Rod offers Doc some vitamin E. Yeah, vitamin E, Mike.
So sponsored by Vitamin E. Jeez.
So, just vitamin E apparently improves blood flow to the penis and increases testosterone levels in the body.
Wow.
Let's just get that out there right now to explain this vitamin E gag.
Do you think this was a very well-known thing in 1980?
I bet you, like, if you knew, you knew. A little wink, wink, wink. You know?
Like this was slipping one by the censors.
Oh, right? Yeah. I'll never know. It was funny. In fact, I was supposed to have a prop. I forgot it.
Oh, do you have a whole thing of vitamin E?
I was going to pop vitamin E but like fake vitamin E, because I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I don't want any. Doc wants Rod to run interference with Carol so he can have some time with Sherry. Tells Rod that he'll never survive it with Carol. You know what I mean?
You know
what I mean? Carol can't find a competent man because she's insatiable. She has 4 guys in intensive care right now. She's a wild animal. Rod
And Joe Namath helpfully points out we've only been on the boat for 4 hours.
It's early, guys. Rod, they don't call me Marlon Perkins for nothing. That made me laugh because I remember Marlon Perkins, Wild Kingdom, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom on
and you know it's a good episode when we're shouting out Marlon Perkins.
Oh, that is true. If he gets a minute, he gets a shout. That's not good. We're in the second act.
On Marlon Perkins.
The Marlon Perkins Project. Doc rejoins Carol and Sherry. Here comes Rod. Doc introduces him. Carol's still crying and Rod's still eating more vitamin E.
A lot of vitamin E.
Back to the Kronkles. Harvey asks his wife if she'd like to dance. She says she'll wait for a slow song. Tells him, she tells him that he's a used car that has to stay off the freeway.
Right, because he wants to go disco.
And he says, with or without you, this rebuilt body is going to get it on now.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Yeah.
This is the first of what ends up being a bunch of Phil Harris just getting real soulful.
No kid, real soulful. Soulful. My man Isaac. At the end, like
that gets borderline offensive at one point.
What are you doing, Phil Harris? It depends who he's talking to. He can get real soulful.
Yeah.
My man. Isaac and Evelyn are finishing their dance together. Little Jimmy walks up to Isaac, asks where his mom went, tells Isaac about his dad, his fake dad, who's with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Little Jimmy offers to introduce Isaac to him. Isaac wants no part of that. No, I'm out.
The beast.
Doc and Sherry are finally alone. Doc says, I have a Japanese robe that you'll look wonderful in. What is with the kimonos?
Such a creep.
What's going? That's a weird move. I was like, how many of those does he have in his closet? He's got like, what is the whole closet's full of? You look so amazing in matching Japanese. He just wants matching.
No, that is
matching
like,
or something.
That is like smell this rag. That is like very like creepy. Come on, Doc.
Oh, let's put on matching robes. You better run, girl. You better hope you can swim. Good Lord, get off that boat. You're in trouble, man.
Out of here. You better come on your ass out of here.
We cut to Rod and Carol on deck, and Rod is kissing Carol's arm. Carol looks uninterested. He goes to kiss her hand. He ends up with a tissue in his mouth, which I thought was really gross.
Yeah.
Patooey. Carol starts crying all over again.
Yeah, because he's got gum issues, and that reminded her of the dentist. So, anytime Vicki Lawrence wasn't crying, she was very good.
She was funny,
but it was just like they just didn't let her do more than that. So,
and I'm not like purposely downplaying the events of this episode. It's just this is really how the episode was.
Oh, there ain't nothing there.
No. Harvey Kronkle's in his cabin wearing an amazing set of paisley PJs. That'll be my only compliment to Harvey Fake Soul Kronkle.
Is that your Halloween costume next year?
Who are you? I'm soulful Harvey Kronkle. Who do you think I am?
What's up, baby girl?
Hey, can I get you and your baby a glass of champagne? I'm Harvey Kronkle. My man.
Three
he said my man
deep.
Twice.
Oh, my God.
My man.
Well, I can't believe he didn't do like one of those like hit him up fist bumps.
Like the Olympians did in Mexico City. Like he puts a black glove on. Harvey Kronkle. Phil Harris trying to make a statement on this boat.
The third member of the American track team. Phil Harris.
Phil Harris. Oh, that's so funny. And his poorly fitting tracksuit. Oh, boy. He's trying to put the moves on his wife. She's telling him to go to sleep. He says he's in the mood. It's been ages since we made love. That's what he said. She doesn't want him to have a heart attack because she doesn't want to be called Killer Kronkle. Tells him to go to sleep. Okay, I will. Doc and Sherry are in Doc's cabin. Now with matching robes. Doc picks her up. Carol walks in. No lock, no anything. Like, what? Really?
Nope. Yeah, lock
Rookie
that stuff
move,
up.
bro.
Come on, Doc. That's the
Sherry,
second time in
yeah,
a few weeks that Doc hasn't locked the door. That
doesn't
feels
make
like
any
Doc is
sense.
slipping, man.
Or Doc's like, yeah, I want to shoot you. Come in and see how this is
come
done.
on in.
Sherry asked what happened to Rod. He may have overdosed on vitamin pills. That made me laugh when she said
That made
that.
me laugh. Yeah.
Doc hands Sherry to Carol, which I thought, wow, Vicki Lawrence is pretty strong to have to carry her like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Doc makes his retreat into the bathroom. And we go to our second break. Zoom.
Yeah, it's going fast.
There's nothing there. There's
fast.
nothing there.
Really
It's
isn't.
we all know. Yeah. Back from break and we're poolside. Evelyn's talking to a gentleman named Mike.
Yep.
He offers to go get her a drink. Something, I don't know, Mike, something exotic like a Mai Tai. He goes to get the drink. Here comes little Jimmy's like, not on my watch. He asks if he'll be his new dad. And Mike, he ran so fast his shoes were in the same spot. He was just
there was a cartoon
cloud
hole
of
of him
dust
in the wall.
and
So-
Isaac's tip is floating in the air. Yeah.
So Mike was, and this was your show more than mine, Mike was a cast member on Hill Street Blues.
Yes, he was a very prominent cast member.
Right. And so it's very interesting now. This is two Hill Street Blues members that got very small middle of the episode roles. So I feel like whoever was that Stephen Bacco, whoever was casting
Shuka.
whoever was casting Hill Street Blues was like, you know what? I'm only going to watch acts 2 and 3 of The Love Boat. I'm going to make my whole show out of that. So,
Well, and then whatever episode we covered of the American Girls, because remember that guy was on Hill Street Blues as well.
that's right. And then Doogie's father is going to be on here at some point.
So it's all over the place. I wonder if he wears a baseball hat.
I feel like the episodes are better. Mike only had like 5-6 lines, right? But
Yeah,
I feel like the
much.
episodes are better when you have somebody, not a portal. It's not even a Kernsing. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's nice. You gave like a real actor a few lines. You know, it was like
Some exposure, whatever it is.
Again,
I mean,
the best storyline of the episode by far just was very fleshed out. So
I agree. We see Steubing. Ugh. Doc asks if he's seen Gopher. Steubing says no. Asks why he's by himself and not with Sherry. Tells him the whole deal with Carol. Steubing says, just find someone to console her. He asks Steubing to do it, calls Steubing older and wiser.
yeah, this was very
declines.
aggressive. Once again, the season 3, let's get Steubing's age established as very old. Like that was exactly what, like if Doc is saying this to Steubing, they are clearly planting him as maybe even 15 years older than Doc at this point. So we're never going to see Steubing. We're never going to see Steubing with a younger woman again. I think it's fair.
No, because it's got to fit the whole father and the captain and the whole.
I think the magician or the fortune teller was the last youngin that he ever will be with. So
we'll see. Harvey Krunkle showing a blonde passenger how to play shuffleboard. Jeez, getting a little handsy. Says, now you're ready to play, girl. And she responds, I always am.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So
how many I don't even know if I can say this word. Like, I just wonder if single women just went on this thing to you know what I'm saying? It's
so
poured
here,
out or
this is where, and there are points later in the episode where it becomes more vocal, but this is where I was like, this was not written for Phil Harris.
No.
This was written, and they ended up with Phil Harris. And so what I would like you to do.
Wait, you're thinking a young man had the heart attack?
What I would like you to do is envision everything the same, including Brett Summers, but it's Richard Dawson or a Richard Dawson.
Oh, please.
And it makes so much more sense.
Well,
it's a younger man.
It makes a big difference because he can fill that. Phil Harris is saying these things, but Richard Dawson is those things. You know what I mean?
And it's it doesn't have to be Dawson, but that age, that energy, as you said, the Austin Powers energy. But it's that thing where
Goulet.
Right. There's a bunch. It could have been oh God, pick five guys.
Right.
But it's like, but if that guy is in his early to mid 50s and doing all these things, it makes more sense. I assume the wife is right at some level because Phil Harris is 76 years old or whatever he is. And it's like
the oldest version of Little John. Yeah.
It is a weird choice. And this scene highlights it the most because I'm sorry, I agree with what you're saying at some level, but it's like
it's not believable, dude.
25-year-old blonde woman who is spilling out of her outfit is not getting all hot and bothered over a 75-year-old guy playing shuffleboard.
And he looked every bit of a 75-year-old guy playing shuffleboard. Yeah.
This ain't Paul Burke.
No.
This ain't Paul Burke,
no. Don't you dare. And I completely agree. And this isn't Bert Convy. Not to say he's... No. I don't even think that's not a role for Bert Convy. I'm just saying that, Phil Harris does not have... He's too old. And it's just not... And
I'm not saying the storyline was good, but it was not as bad as it ended up being because of, and again, it's not Phil Harris's fault. I enjoyed his weird ass performance in a way, but like as far as an actual storyline, it made no sense. And there are lines spoken later in the episode which make it seem even less like they were not saying he was 75 years old, which is even crazier.
Yeah, this was, so I would love to know if somebody backed out, like what is it that changed?
Put it on the list. We got a lot of questions.
Hey guys, it's us again.
I think Brett Summers might still be alive. We got a shot.
I would love that. Mrs. Kronkle watches this happen. She sits with Julie. Remember I said Julie's sipping soda. This is her big moment.
Yeah, really.
She explains to Julie he had a triple bypass. He's a walking time bomb. Says that he doesn't have to prove that he's still young.
But he's not.
He's
not young. He does have to prove it. So he does have to prove it. He's 75 years old.
Yeah, but the thing is, he hasn't even done anything. He didn't carry any bags. He didn't have a drink. He didn't have lobster soaked in butter. He's talking to this woman, and she's like, "He's a damn time bomb. He can die at any moment." Like it was just sort of.
It was too much. It was too much. Everything was just too much one way.
That's sweatsuit.
Because then it goes the other way, and it's too much the other way.
It just was not. It was off. It was just. It was not a good fit. It was just off.
It wasn't good.
No. Steubing walks up to Evelyn, who's still poolside. He asks if something's wrong. Offers to get her drink for her. Orders the drink from Isaac. Asks him to deliver to Evelyn. Isaac's like, "No way. I don't want any trouble with Andy the Beast." Steubing tells Isaac that he's been had. Little Jimmy's trying to get his parents back together. Okay. Doc with Gopher tells him about old Rod. Gopher wants nothing to do with this Carol situation. Doc's just like, can you get Rod all fired up again? So Gopher agrees to talk to Rod. We're moving. Harvey Kronkle's sitting at a table on the deck, and that blonde is back. Asks him if he wants to play. To the thing we just talked about.
She had to have it.
She's not asking that dude. She would kill that guy, even if he didn't have triple bypass. I mean, let's just be honest. She's like 7 feet tall and barely able to fit into that bathing suit. Good Lord. Harvey says he is in the mood for shuffleboard. She asks him what he's in the mood for. None of this is ever happening. He's in the mood for, nice room temperature oatmeal. And his book.
I'm really into this book that I just started.
Like not even two seconds ago. Here comes Mrs.
I just
Kronkle.
saw you.
Yeah, I just taught you shuffleboard. Why would you come up and see if I wanted to play shuffle? It's just dumb. The whole thing was just lazy.
Well, you know what that means? She wants to bang Phil Harris.
Right. She wants to bang Phil Harris because, Phil Harris.
She wants to go take a ride on the Jungle Book.
Jesus. Turn the lights off. I want to imagine you're Little John from the Robin Hood cartoon. And just like,
bare necessities, the BARE necessities.
Or the BARE. Careful. Uh-oh. Old Rod's in the Pirates Cove. He's just down in the dumps. He doesn't deal with rejection. He's asking himself, is the old magic gone? Is Rod
He
dead?
says he got rejected by the Love Boat or on the Love Boat, which is the second reference because Phil
Yes.
Harris the night before also mentions the Love Boat. It's like, does Vicki Lawrence own the rights to the Love Boat? Because it came up a lot on her previous episode.
I don't know what they're trying to.
They don't do it.
There has to be a reason, but
they don't do it enough to make it a thing.
Right.
But they do it enough that you notice it.
Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Like, why do you keep...
Right. Yeah, it's the Princess Cruise Line.
Well, it'd be like if we kept saying the name of the podcast every 5 minutes. Why? We have a crawler. We know. Anyway. It's pretty...
Taro sings our theme song every day.
That's right. Gopher enters the cove. Gopher tells Rod that he blew it by hitting on her so much. Tells Rod the only thing you do is nothing. Carol has to be the aggressor.
Just like the writers of this episode said.
Oh, just nothing. Bunch of nothing. That should have been the storyline. Big fat nothing.
Nothing, honey.
Nothing, honey. Did nothing. Little Jimmy brings his dad to his mom, and he's standing on the deck. He leaves so they can talk. He says she looks good. She says she looks terrific. Here comes Steubing. Again, busybody. Yeah, I see a couple talking. Like, what?
This is the one to me that was egregious because every other thing, again. It was like pseudo. He could have, whatever. He interrupted two people talking to each other
that are on a cruise together. That are like, what are you doing?
By the way, he is firing off salutes like he's trying to get to his quota at the end of 2025.
His wrist is going to be taped up at the end. I got to get pew, 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 pew. Oh, God. Here comes Stu. Sorry. She tells Steubing that every man she talks to on the cruise ends up disappearing. Steubing says, you have no problem with your looks, but your son has been pulling the plug on your social life. Hey, screw you, Meryl. Like, for real. How about you mind your own business? Like, on a ship of all these people and all these duties and all these employees, this is the focus.
Yeah.
Stupid little Jimmy and his hand signals with Vicky. It just...
I think he's worried about his daughter dating a black child. I think he's...
Meryl's got bigger fish to fry this week on the Love Boat.
Meryl's kind of racist on the Love Boat.
Look who's coming to dinner with Vicky this week on the Love Boat. It would just be bad. Sidney Poitier guest stars this week in a very special Love Boat. Boy. Well, to make matters worse, Steubing says he'll talk to
Donut.
Yeah, look. Boy. Oh, that's funny. Steubing says he'll talk to Vicky and sort of like hints that like he'll talk to Jimmy too if he wants him to. And Andrew's like,
nope.
Basically like, I don't know who you think you are.
Yeah, I got it.
But no. Like,
I got it.
He's like...
And he shuts up real quick and just...
Yeah.
Boop, boop.
Well, because he knows he's like, oh shit, I'm the only non-serious person here. Let me make you a balloon animal and disappear.
You guys want a tour?
God. Oh, you want to stay in the cabins? Huh?
Also, it's funny you forget, right? But he's in shorts while he's trying to do all this conversation.
Such an idiot. With his knee socks pulled up, with his white dress.
Cleavon Little looks friggin' fantastic in everything, and this idiot's walking in.
He's looking at him like, "What are you jester? What the hell are you wearing?" God. Makes no. Bring back the dark uniforms. What are we doing?
Yeah, I guess. See, the problem is now, and I guess maybe for next season when we have another 2-part or something like that. But is it just a cold? Is it just going to be a cold thing? Because we're just not going to see that often, right? Like, I mean, we're just not. So
I don't,
unless they have like a specific, Mexico gets a nor'easter or something,
and then you put on the dark uniforms. If it goes below like 65,
yeah, it's like remember when the Bucks couldn't win a game under like 40 degrees? It's like that.
That's funny. So that they changed their uniform. They were like, we'll fix it.
Yeah, we got it.
Boy, back from break, we see Evelyn, Andrew, and little Jimmy walking together. Vicky comes up, asks how Jimmy's parents are doing. Little Jimmy's excited, says they haven't argued all day. Great. That's fine. In the Acapulco Lounge, we see Mrs. Crunkle. She walks up to Gopher and asks if she's seen her husband. We quickly cut back to Andrew Hopkins, apologizing to Isaac about the whole Andy the Beast thing. Isaac says he doesn't scare that easily, then pulls out a baseball bat and a catcher's mask.
Cleavon Little does basically Blazing Saddles here. He's like, I didn't scare too much, did I, my brother? Like, it was just like he was eating it up. It was great.
That was... Mr. Cronkle's now at the bar, tells Isaac that he's turning in early. And this is when the soul starts to seep out of...
Now, did Isaac run back and get changed? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know how. This is the third change, second outfit for the second time.
Yeah.
I don't. He asks if he can take one of the champagne bottles. And Isaac says, sure. And Mr. Cronkle says, my man, my main man. What is going on? Doc and Sherry are at dinner. They cheers each other. But before they smooch, Sherry's still thinking about Carol. So now it's reverse, Mike. Now Carol's not there, but Sherry can't stop thinking about her sister being upset. Boy, didn't see this coming.
Nope. It's a real, it's a real Matt, the hot tub victim situation. So.
Real twists and turns like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. This storyline. Doc stands up and leads Sherry out of the dining room in a very dramatic, weird. Old Rod's sitting with Carol, who is not crying. She says that he's much nicer when he's relaxed. Rod says that's the real him. He confesses that he longs for a strong woman to dominate him. And I'm like, what is happening here?
He's like, I want to be dominated, which feels pretty extreme for 1980.
Yeah. And he puts his hand up. He's like, Joe Namath, what the?
Bring out the gimp.
No kidding. Carol hands him a business card and tells him to call the number for her psychiatrist. Boom. Ugh. Andrew and Evelyn talking on deck. I love this conversation. I mean, basically, she's saying that other than Jimmy, they really don't have anything in common. So they decide.
It was great.
It was great. Because it was parenting.
It was parenting, and it was that thing where it was like there wasn't drama. There wasn't like it makes sense, right? They had a kid when he was young.
Right.
They're doing it. They're doing right by him. But, people grow apart and all that stuff. It was just a very mature. This storyline had no place among the rest of the show. Like, it was just really well done. Honestly, one of the better. I'm not gonna say it was the best storyline or anything like that, but like as far as like what the goal was and what the execution was, it was pinpoint. Like it was perfectly well done. And they have not always done these kind of things correctly.
No, I agree. And we've seen the divorced parents with the child thing, a few different iterations of that. But this is they did a lot with not a lot.
I was trying to think if you take out when someone is a villain, and not even every time, but like this is one of the rare non-happy ending storylines, right? I mean, this is very realistic. But
that
it's
is
like
true.
You don't get these a lot unless it's like, Dr. Todd or something like that, right? But it's like generally like.
It never ends up like this.
We're stooping, I guess. We usually get a sad ending, but this is like exactly how it was supposed to end. I guess Isaac and Roxy Blue, actually looking back, but I
didn't view it as a sad ending. You know what I mean?
Not the fairy tale ending, I guess.
Right.
So.
No. But yeah, and I'm glad it didn't because I think it would have harmed the story.
Oh, it would have ruined
the integrity of the story. Right. It would have
been a slightly less offensive version of the Juliet Mills Buddy Stanfield one that we hated.
Right. With
your boy the crying kid, where it's just unearned and makes no sense. And this.
Oh, and it just works out.
Right.
But exactly. Sometimes I'm glad.
It's nice when not everything works out. Right, exactly.
Maybe that's a good sign, for future episodes where maybe it doesn't have to be all tied up and where every episode ends and people getting married or.
Well, I think what it also does is, and I feel like it's never the good episodes that highlight this. It's always the bad ones where it's like at the end of the day, unless it's a two-parter or an episode where things are really interwoven.
Sure.
they are not three congruent storylines many of the time. And so therefore 100%. You can have this thing, which is good and makes perfect sense and makes you feel like you're watching a smart show and all this stuff, and two other nonsense things, and it'll have no impact on next week. Like, there is no momentum.
That's a really good point.
This show has no momentum, right?
No.
It's just like, and it never will, good or bad. It's really what makes this a wild ride, in that we can feel like we're really doing well or really doing poorly, and next week has nothing to do with the rest of it.
Well, I think you bring up a good point when you say momentum, and in the context of Doc's character, the way he was portrayed this week. And I'm saying momentum obviously is different than consistency, but I think you lose so much momentum when you sort of alter the arc of these. Yeah, you undercut these characters. Like, Julie didn't do anything this week. Isaac didn't have a big thing this week.
But the not doing anything at some level is just, there's only so many shots you can get up. The
100%, but it's
the changing of the personality.
Yes.
Which honestly, this season they have not done a lot, and we've actually been pretty happy with that, right?
Until
there haven't been these wild swings like the first couple seasons.
No.
But yeah, this is the last couple episodes have just been kind of like, I don't like these Doc episodes. And that's fine. I think we'll always probably have this ebb and flow probably. But
you can't have like a new love interest episode for Julie, because she's, we're still recovering from, you know what I mean?
We're getting to the end here. Like, we haven't had an Isaac love interest episode.
No.
Like, we had Gopher, Steubing, and Doc. Like, the other two, unless they're counting Julie getting dumped as one, but it's like we're owed the other two before we get out of here this season.
How many episodes do we have left in the season? This is 20.
We're
6?
basically 2 a month now, I think, the rest of the year. So we got 8 or 9.
Wow.
So there's not a lot left. So
well, the other problem is the curse of the 20s, which we're seeing again. So where the hell were we? All right. Harvey Kronkle, right? Harvey Kronkle's it is the Kronkles. So Andrew and Evelyn have that conversation. They decide, hey, we're not going to get back together, but it's okay. The way it's realistic. Harvey Kronkle's in his cabin, opening champagne, putting it over ice. Gets into bed. Here's Mrs. Kronkle. He says he wanted to turn in early because he's going to take it easy.
What was the turning point that caused all this? Do you think he actually got tired after the flirty shuffleboard? Because nothing changed. It wasn't like she had some come to Jesus thing that like stuck with him, right? Like I don't understand what the impetus was for him to shift gears so dramatically. So he must have just been gassed, I would imagine.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, because you're right. The shuffleboard interaction, once that happened, everything got
right.
It doesn't.
Right, and it wasn't like she had
didn't have
some
a conversation or I need to be.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
count my chickens or whatever.
Or that should have been something where it was like she was able to crystallize what she wanted to say in the middle of the episode, and then he,
But he just did it on his own somehow.
Yeah.
No, he just somehow. What are they? Maybe they were missing a couple pages. Like a couple of the pages just flew out of the window. So some of the logic, they're like,
they should have had him run off with the blonde. And he comes back and he's like, I can't.
Legit has a heart attack and dies. Reality sets in on a very special edition of Love Boat this week.
Turns out Brett Summers was right all along.
We left with 3 couples. We come back with 2 couples and a lady.
And a launch and a bag.
Ironically, he was wearing what's his name? He's wearing Uncle Milty's hat too.
He's wearing blue.
He wants to have some champagne with his wife. We cut to Evelyn and Andrew. They are returning to little Jimmy. They tell him, hey, we're not getting back together. But they explain they'd be miserable if they tried to get back together again. And they love him no matter what they do or where they are. And that'll never change.
Yeah.
And they hug.
Yeah, and they didn't they didn't let Jimmy. They kept Jimmy from being too like Jimmy was smart and he wasn't too sappy. Like that could have really been a lot. Like
they didn't put his flame out. Like they didn't extinguish his flame or try to like take it from him. Like they didn't take the wind out of his sails.
Right.
Which is nice. Right. So it's like they encourage.
Well, it was like the best part of that whole storyline was the scene before when the two parents are talking and Cleon Little at one point is just like, what if I told you I'd change? And Evelyn's like, I wouldn't believe you. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't believe me either. And it was just like, God damn, that's like.
It was real. It was good.
Real and it's great and it's quiet and it's understated.
But it wasn't contentious, which I really enjoyed. Like it doesn't have to be. Yeah.
Listen, if I had married and had a kid with the girl I dated when I was 22 years old, you know, I certainly wouldn't be living in the same city with them right now, just like those guys are. I would like to think I would have a maturity about myself that would, you know, allow me to have those conversations, right? That's probably the best case scenario for all that. So,
well, and it's that unique blend of two sort of, I don't know if mature is the right word or realistic, or I think two people that are on the same wavelength as far as doing what they have to do for their, you know what I'm saying? Like for their son, but they, you know, they're being honest with themselves too, which I
staying together for the kid isn't always the right thing.
No,
right? Being apart for the kid is also sometimes the right thing. So.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Back to the Kronkles. She says that she does nag now and then. They're drinking champagne now.
Are we post coitus or is this still ahead of coitus?
This is pre. You know?
Yeah.
Phil's getting lit up. That's what he's doing.
3 drinks in.
He's gonna get. I'm gonna drink pretty much this whole bottle of Champipple. He said that he had the right to celebrate because he's not ready to be old. Wow, too late there, Phil. You're 75 in here,
right?
Like,
and this is the other part of the whole thing, where it's like, and Brett Summers says, "You're not old." And are you guys trying to gaslight me here, sir?
Yeah. What do you? Are you looking at the same man next to you in bed?
You're not even Phil Harris. You know that, right?
No kidding. Hoodalally, hoodalally. The lights go out and Harvey's putting the moves on his wife.
Yeah. Good 75-year-old sex on the love boat.
This week on the love boat. Guess who's coming to dinner and guess who's dying from Whoopi.
That's right. We got Joe Namath on this thing, but you're going to see Phil Harris get it on.
Yeah, Phil Harris, Joe Namath, matching Japanese bathrobes.
I can't wait to see you in this Komoda.
Well, we're in Doc's office now, and this is my favorite part of the episode coming up here. Sherry's in bed with that Japanese bathrobe on. Doc enters the room with his matching bathrobe on, and he has a bottle of cologne in his hand. Sorry. Tiger Passion.
You can only get it by prescription. Is he self-medicating?
Like she's clearly heard of it. Ooh, and he hit her with the tiger growl before, so he sprays on this cologne. Isn't it a weird move to spray on cologne like as you're about to here I mean, you're welcome.
So where do you rank Macho Beast and Tiger Passion? So
obviously Tiger Passion, if it's by prescription only, you can't get that in the gift shop. So it's got to be better.
I mean, is that like more dangerous? Panther? Right, I was going to say.
I don't know what. I don't know. I'd love to see the warning label on Tiger Passion.
It's all warning label.
It's just Tiger Pee is what it is. It's actual tiger urine.
Tiger pieces.
Carol comes storming in, says Rod left her. Carol is clueless and thinks Doc and Sherry are in bed sick. Okay. Back to the Kronkles, who have a post-Whoopi glow. Harvey says he's still alive and feels better than he ever did. Why? Because they just made Whoopi? Jesus. I feel great now. Tells her to start worrying about herself. Tells her that he'll always need her and that she's perfect. I didn't give a shit about that at this point. So hey, Phil, just be soulful. Just say something. And we go to our final commercial break.
It's like, I'm sorry. Did you watch the Phil Harris porno movie?
No kidding.
ABC last week?
Hey, sweet lady. It starts with shuffleboard and ends with Tiger Passion this week on the Love Boat.
Hey, sugar mama.
Terrible. Let's wrap this sucker up. Evelyn, Andrew, and little Jimmy are leaving the ship. They thank Steubing. Little Jimmy thanks Vicky and gives her a kiss on the cheek. Rod's with Carol. Rod looks distraught. Boy, she shook him, man. He's got no game left. He gave Carol the nothing treatment and got nothing in return. Doc and Sherry walking through the lobby. They plan to see each other in April. Carol wants to join them. Doc's not having it. Tells Sherry that he'll see her in April, like at work.
This is where the last great Vicki Lawrence performance is, because Doc says that the place they're going to go on this cruise in April is like where all the diseases live, basically. Must be where you can get Kura or whatever that one was.
Oh, that's right. When your legs don't work. Yeah.
And Vicki Lawrence does a wonderful back and forth kind of triple take to the two of them. And then she walks off the boat. And it was just like Vicki Lawrence was so good in such awful circumstances. Didn't save it by any means, but she was really good. So
I'm sure on set she's like, "Oh, do you want me to?" And they're like, "No, just cry.
No, just be terrible.
Keep on crying.
Yeah, don't be good. Yeah, don't hide your light under a bushel, Vicki Lawrence.
Please. Kronkels are leaving. Isaac hands him the name of the champagne he asked for. Thanks for hooking it up, Isaac. Thank you.
Hey, by the way, prematurely gray. My brother.
Just
what the hell is happening? So bad.
He tells Isaac he's going to order 5 cases, and I'll drink it in a fortnight.
Baby. He said 4 nights.
In a fortnight.
Oh my god!
So weird. Like
happening.
Phil Harris as Dolomite. Like I don't know what's going on, and we get nothing from Richard Roundtree, and we get. Harvey, who's more of Richard Roundtree than Richard Roundtree? Like, what's going on?
Maybe they got their scripts back.
It was supposed to be Richard Roundtree. That makes so much more sense.
Phil Harris married to Foxy Brown.
I'll tell you what, Phil Harris would have smacked Robert Guillaume.
Beat the hell out of Robert Guillaume.
What the hell do you think you're doing? I mean, it would have been. Let us fantasy book an episode, please.
God, what a stupid casting.
Harvey kisses his wife and he grabs the luggage.
Oh.
And the crew scrambles to help him. And we get the dreaded freeze screen. End of episode. I only like it when they throw something in the air.
Harvey Krunkle died at the end of that freeze frame.
He tried to pick up those suitcases and that was it. Oh, my heart, baby. And he fell over.
But the big lesson, the big lesson tonight was that the triple bypass is bad.
It's really bad. That's what I've learned.
Oh Christ!
Oh, it's really bad, and you are you have a lot of soul in you afterwards.
Yeah,
they stitch you up, and you're like, damn. I feel good.
You're like the Reverend Slick.
Now you said that, all I can think of is Akeem, the African Dream, like that in a gimmick that would never work today. Phil Harris as Akeem, the African Dream. I didn't see that coming.
A one-man gang. All right.
Oh
God!
boy.
Total in a recap for this.
Oh God!
Best episode is the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders 2-parter.
Yes.
Worst episode is the Charo episode from a few weeks back. Michael, this is or isn't worse than the Charo episode?
As bad as it is not as bad, in my opinion, as the Charo episode.
I agree. And it's funny because it shares a lot of the same similarities.
Yeah.
In that it's one storyline that we really like because of the couple and that kind of thing. But I do think it's funny. Both storylines were not necessarily good, but there were parts that are like memorable or goofy or like I will always remember this Phil Harrison performance, right?
Oh,
so
always.
It's like, but it's like there was nothing good about those other episodes. So this This is quite bad, and I don't think savable except for massive recasting. But it's certainly not
massive recasting, like from every storyline except for one recasting.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's just weird. It was just such a weird choice, the whole Phil Harris thing, and then if you're
good, man,
and then the because what was we know what the A storyline was, but even that was probably more like a B storyline, and then you have 2 C storylines
Yeah,
really.
Rena Romeo.
Right.
You got to have heart. Is
Yeah.
with the current players in that storyline is a C storyline.
And you spent six characters on that stupid, Joe Namath thing, and it's
Right.
terrible. So yeah, I did not enjoy this one at all, which is a shame because there were some good
No,
performances in it, but not great. Captain of the week.
I gotta go with, and again I leave these blank. I'm thinking about it. It's got to be Evelyn and Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I had.
Gee,
Yeah,
it's not fair to not give it to him.
No, they were so good. And again, it's that thing where I'm glad we have the best couple because this is exactly why we have that, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, and I feel like we've had a few of these, the Don
These
Adams
guys were good, though, man.
and Juliet Mills, and it was just like they were really good. I think they were really good independent of the rest of this episode being bad. Like it's not like we're just thinking they were good, comparatively.
Well, it just shows you how good they were.
And again, I bet you if you clocked it, they got the least time, which is also
Doc's storyline had all the time.
Well, and then I feel like the Phil Harris thing got 90 scenes, but every scene was like a minute and a half. Like,
well, right. Like they just, they cut to her saying something to Gopher and they cut away. Like that book scene. We didn't need that.
No.
What do we need that for?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, this was a rose between two thorns for sure. And like I said, Vicki Lawrence and Joe Namath were randomly good in parts, but not enough to get kind of out of that mess. So
100%.
Worst of the week, walk the plank.
Murphy Cronkle's got to go, man. It's just his fake soul. It's just, it didn't work. It just didn't work. Nothing about it worked. Like nothing seemed genuine.
Yeah. The only, yes, I agree 100%. But like I said, was it so bad that it was good in a way, like where it was like, it's whatever the opposite of Norman Fell is. Like,
right.
He went huge. He just went for it.
I mean, right. It was just bizarre.
Didn't fit. Was 25 years older than the role should have been. Probably offensive on many levels. I didn't need to see him have sex. It was like
I feel like he could have like legitimately been hammered and handled this part in this show.
Yeah.
There's nothing telling me the guy with all this.
I would just like to see. I would just like to see. I'm not even saying Dawson because Dawson's a whole animal, but it was just like I would just like to see what a 52-year-old actor does. Like, give me.
Benson would kill this.
Give me friggin' Reuben Kincaid, right? Give me him. He's age appropriate. He's not.
He's
great,
the right age. He could pull it off too.
But it just would have been more interesting to just see what it looks like. I got so thrown off by the age so quickly. I just couldn't figure out what was happening.
You know what? Phil Harris would have been great as that drunk professor. Remember the one Orson? You know what I'm talking about? The one from. He was the drunk professor instead of Raymond Burr. I could see Phil Harris in that. No, I'm not saying I don't want Raymond Burr, but I could see Phil Harris fitting into a role like that more because this just didn't.
Yeah, I kind of wish Phil Harris was on the show again in something that made more sense. But this was not it. It was bizarre.
It was weirdly bad.
And I'll also say, very disappointed in the Doc storyline. And again.
Yeah, they're chopping his legs off, man.
Yeah.
We're running out of time in the season, and it's
wide open now. It is.
Well, we're due for Bricker.
Open.
It is like a strong episode by Isaac could steal the whole thing.
I feel like one more good Gopher episode, and he's in the lead. 100%.
Well, his mom's coming back,
right? And I feel like I don't do it like this as much as you do it like this, but I feel like if you literally went best performance by any crew member in any one episode this year, it's the Spider Serenade one from a few weeks ago with Gopher.
Yeah.
It really
100%,
is
100%.
like by a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's
that will carry weight with me. So and with his mom's coming back, that's another shot for sure.
I just feel like had they just kept the storylines with Bricker sort of consistent, I think he could have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we haven't had an episode of Bricker in a while. We haven't seen that.
His floor was so high that you have to make an effort to not make it like that. And these last few have not been good.
Well, aren't we due for some sort of medical issue on the ship?
We're due for that.
We're due.
unless they are consciously not doing anything with Julie romantically this year, we're due for one before we get out of here. We have had
okay with
zero. We've had zero Isaac personal episodes, right? We've had him be featured, but it's been like
it's not
talking to Rosie Greer or something like that. You know, it's like, so like there's a lot there that I assume if we only have 8 or 9 episodes left, there should be time to get that off. But
do we get another professional athlete before the end of the season?
I mean, the Olympics are coming up, right? Like, I got to think they have not boycotted the. Are we gonna get Micah Ruzioni at the end here?
Oh,
like,
that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
We're going on break here in a little bit for the Olympics.
Interesting.
I think we have like 2 more.
Interesting.
I'm very emotional.
Yeah, I know.
That's totally the recap.
Because you're thinking about Al Michaels. I get a little misty when I think about Jim Lampley, Al Michaels, any of the ABC guys. Yeah. Hitting season, Patreon, absolutely hammered. This is the Phillies podcast you need. So grab your bat, your cap, and your Phillies pride, crack open a beer, and enjoy a weekly Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on this Hitting Season Patreon. You can find us anywhere and everywhere you find your audio podcast. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a review. Also, check out our video podcast on YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button, leave a review. And I will say this, hit that subscribe button. We do love it. It does help. And if you would hit that like button, that would be fantastic. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. Look for weekly reels and updates. Well, you know what time it is, Mike. It's mailbag time.
You've got mail.
Nope.
You've got mail.
There we go. From Superfan.
Mail after that.
Let me try it one more time. You know what time it is? We'll just cut this out. You know what time it is?
You've got mail.
There we go. From Superfan Marianne. So on your podcast today, there was a commercial for the Love Boat podcast, which is run by the actors who play Vicky, Gopher, and Isaac. You might want to check it out when you have a moment. Love the episode. Love that you guys put out lots of laughs. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and yours. Sincerely, Superfan Marianne. Yeah, we are aware. There is a podcast that Isaac, Gopher, and Vicky host. I don't know if it's a weekly or every 2 weeks, but yeah, they're doing some interviews. I actually listened to the one with Lauren Tews, and it was pretty interesting. So
I'm afraid to listen. I'm afraid to listen just because I don't know if I want context or not. I haven't decided yet. I feel like I like being as blind to these things as I possibly can. So, but I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it exists.
Same here. I'm glad it exists, and I wish them nothing but success. So,
absolutely.
I mean, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a project. Next episode, Mike.
Our first episode of 2026. You mean?
Yes, and we welcome Florence Henderson back.
That's so funny. I was just thinking about when are we getting a Floho.
We were due.
Return.
We were due.
So yeah, it's been a while. Not since Schneider. So.
Right. We also meet Marshall Steubing.
Who?
Marshall Steubing? That's Captain Steubing's freewheeling brother. Question. I wonder if he'll be more stubby-like than Captain Steubing.
Freewheeling? Well, freewheeling doesn't seem to be a stubby trait.
Doesn't seem to be. I agree. I don't know. I mean, if I had to describe Stubby, I wouldn't call him freewheeling.
No, except with the, salutes.
I wonder if he does a salute. Well, so we'll see. A mustache Steubing next week.
He does it backwards.
He does it backwards. He does
himself in the head.
Something. He doesn't. So we'll see. And we might even have a special guest.
Oh,
we will see.
So that will be our first episode of 2026. Do you want to take a guess? It's always one of my favorite things. What was our first episode of 2025? Do you have any remembrance of what the first episode of 2025 that we released was?
I'm guessing it
was a good one.
Before or after Alaska?
It was before.
Before Alaska.
It was the first episode of the season. It came right after the high school reunion episode.
Oh.
Julie's class with all the olds.
Gopher. Or Gilligan. Yeah.
Yeah. The episode featured the German guy who tried to hire Steubing.
Oh, that's
for
right.
the lore line.
Mm-hmm.
It featured the debut of the boat horn.
Oh, that is a big deal.
Our first episode with the boat horn was the first episode of 2025.
Wow.
And it also featured an episode of Bricker with Dr. Archer. One arm.
That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch.
And that one is episode 43, Moon Expert, who we all remember
that's a good
very
one.
well.
That's a
so
great
that was
episode.
a very good way to start. So started a lot better than we finished this season. So.
But we're gonna start strong again here next time. So
that's true. And again, these are two different seasons. There's almost a calendar year. Obviously, it's a lot can happen in a year. So.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. We are plodding along, but we are getting there.
Yeah.
Only what, 6 more seasons? 5 more seasons?
I mean, we're basically a third. We're close to a third of the way done.
There we go.
That's a lot.
I mean, this train just keeps on rolling.
But thanks to everybody for listening all throughout 2025.
Love it. Appreciate it. Love the feedback. Love to see those downloads. Love to see listeners from all over the world.
That's right.
So many
write more
cities.
reviews. Write more Apple reviews too.
Yeah, please, if we could.
They help. They help.
They help us a lot.
You should write them, and they should be complimentary.
Like super complimentary.
Yeah, especially
you know what I mean?
especially of one of the hosts.
Right.
I saw a YouTube clip the other day who said they really liked you.
Oh, nice. Ow.
I did not send that along. So.
No, jeez. That's a terrible compliment. And we throw that card out and we're gone. All right. We'll see you guys next year. Thanks again for the listening and the support and the feedback. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Hi, everyone. It's Fred Grandy.
And I'm Ted Land.
And I'm Jill Whelan.
And you may remember us from your favorite TV show, The Love Boat.
And now we're back together and ready to embark on a brand new adventure.
Each week on the Love Boat podcast, exciting and new, we'll be joined by old friends, favorite guest stars, and more to share stories from our time aboard the Love Boat.
And let's be honest, anything that pops up into our heads.
We have too many stories to tell.
We've had so many amazing guest stars on the Love Boat, people who became lifelong friends.
And so, we got together with some to laugh, to reminisce, and to swap stories about life on set and the bonds that still bring us together decades later.
Friends like Loretta Swit and Jamie Farr, Cynthia Lauren Tweez, Morgan Fairchild, Jimmy Walker, and more.
We can't wait to welcome you aboard.
Listen to the Love Boat podcast every Saturday wherever you get your podcast.